The one. What if your soulmate was a DNA test away? I remember the day it all began, or at least the day it truly hit home for me. It wasn't when the news channels first started buzzing about Match Your DNA a decade ago, or even when my friends started getting their results back, some ecstatic, others utterly heartbroken. It was the day my own notification popped up on my phone, a stark, simple message that promised to change everything. You've been matched. Before Match Your DNA, life felt messier, I suppose. Dating was a minefield of awkward first encounters, forced small talk, and the ever-present question of whether this person, this one right here, could be the one. It was a gamble, a beautiful, frustrating, exhilarating one. But then came the scientists. With their grand pronouncement, they'd found it, the specific gene that linked each of us to our perfect partner, our genetic soulmate. And with that, the world, as we knew it, tilted on its axis. Initially, I was skeptical like many. It sounded too good to be true, a utopian fantasy ripped from the pages of a science fiction novel. A quick swab of your cheek, send it off to a lab, and then, poof, your soulmate's name appears on your screen. No more endless searching, no more heartbreak, just pure, unadulterated compatibility, scientifically proven. The promise was alluring, undeniably so, especially after a string of relationships that had fizzled out with the predictability of a damp match. However, as the years passed, the evidence mounted. Millions worldwide were matched, and the stories of instantaneous connection, of finding a person who truly understood you on a fundamental level, were almost impossible to ignore. Couples who had been together for years suddenly found themselves questioning everything when one, or both, received a match to someone else. Engagements were broken, marriages dissolved, all in the pursuit of this scientifically validated one. The traditional notions of romance and love, built on shared experiences and emotional growth, seemed to crumble under the weight of this new biological imperative. I remember watching my friend Mandy get her results. She'd been in a stable, loving relationship for 5 years, even talking about marriage. But when her match notification arrived, it was for someone entirely different. A man living in a different country whom she'd never met. The ensuing weeks were a whirlwind of emotion, a painful struggle between the love she felt for her current partner and the undeniable pull of this scientifically ordained destiny. It made me wonder, truly wonder, if love was just a chemical reaction all along, one that could be easily identified and replicated in a lab. And now, it was my turn. The notification stared back at me, a stark white box on a blue screen. My heart hammered against my ribs, a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Was this it? Was I about to meet the person I was truly meant to be with? The thought was intoxicating. No more doubt, no more wondering, just certainty. Yet, a part of me, a small, stubborn part, still held onto the romantic ideal of love blossoming organically, of two people finding each other through shared laughter and quiet understanding, not through a DNA test. But I couldn't deny the curiosity, the almost irresistible urge to see what this match held for me. I knew that I wasn't alone in this. There were 5 of us, I'd heard, whose stories were about to intertwine in unexpected ways, all because of that little mouth swab. 5 very different people, each with their own lives, their own hopes, and their own secrets. Because even with a perfect genetic match, happily ever after wasn't a guaranteed outcome. Life, even scientifically guided life, was never that simple. The discovery had opened a Pandora's box of possibilities, good and bad. It had promised a shortcut to true love, but what if the path to that love was fraught with more complexities than we could ever imagine? What if, even with our soulmate by our side, we still carried burdens too heavy to share? What if the secrets we kept were more powerful than any genetic predisposition? The journey, I knew, was beginning. And I had a feeling it was going to be anything but ordinary. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more book summaries and insights. Feel free to check out another video or dive into the full playlist you see now for more great book summaries. Click now and keep exploring.